I guess Explosive Charge does a circle of damage. That's Karthus. I was wondering which AP jungler he was going to go towards, but I wanted him to play Zyra. That's how you counter circles, with another circle. Yeah, and unfortunately, you know, you had to ban away the Rumble, you had to ban away the Skarner, and Nidalee is not allowed to go to Canyon, so they just weren't, they didn't have the options. Let's dive into the Rift, see whether they can get it done in game number 2. And that is, there's a lot of just go in and do things.
That's true.
A fair bit of lane control as the Tristana, obviously. Closer struggling a little bit in these initial trades, as the last time was, in fact, versus Peanuts Skarner. Was that the game?
I think it was the game. Yeah, I think it was the game. FaZe is already starting to get online. Clear.
Yeah, Wall of Paint coming on in there, and oh no, the gold card actually eating up the entirety of the Lightning Rush. He's exhausted now. Keen pulls out a card, doesn't even need it. That's First Blood going over to Canyon. He'll grab some Dark Harvest stack while he goes through it, and yeah, that is not the start that B&K Furex wanted Canyon to have on his Karthus. Nothing he could really do there, and getting a stun so that these Skittles can all land effectively as well. I mean, there's a lot of synergy between Twisted Fate and the Karthus here. And in Meta's past, it just wasn't really a combo that we'd ever see, because both of them used to occupy the mid lane. But not anymore. They're top lane and jungle, so it's just crazy how things do change.
If he shreds me again and tosses those rockets in, I might be Dunzo. So, I mean, it was a fine line. They were both walking there, but I think walking away is the right call for closer.
Well, Canyon is going to discover that Raptor is trying to take away his Bramble back, which he definitely doesn't like. It gets a little bit upset about the whole situation and decides to go for a reset. Is now, speaking of which, okay, Execute moving on over. Raptor back on it once again, walks through that Wall of Pain one more time.
Pretty big advantage, and obviously Canyon is just going to out-farm the Xin Zhao on the Karthus.
Well, there is the Destiny. Immediately, Keen is going to come down, finds the gold card, on to clear once again. Snare going to come on through, and there is the ulti from Canyon. Going to help take down that kill, grabs himself an assist. Of course, not punished too much when it comes to farm, things like that. It's just a wave on his side as well, as now Pays in trouble. Slicing Maelstrom going to come in, and that should be the first kill going over to Furex for this game. As Canyon throwing Skittles around. I don't think Pays dying really does too much as far as the game state is concerned, but definitely some good news for Furex. Being on the board, certainly important. They will be able to take a plate, though, here in the mid lane is Gen G, as Lehens even sticking around taking 3 turret shots in order to get a Demolish proc. You love to see it.
With his passive and grabs a plate. Meanwhile, Clear not in the clear.
Oh no, they are really just against the Pikachu this time around. The cannon once again going to be removed.
It's really strong that he's able to pick up the torch here now as well. He could start to be relevant on objective setup. They're able to get a dragon here. And we're going to have to see if Clear can actually make something happen proactively here on the map.
Yeah, Execute moving up. Keen could be the one in trouble here, as he did have the information, but there is the dive in. I don't think this Twist of Fate is going anywhere at all, and even the kitchen sink thrown from the Ziggs from downtown. Mega Inferno Bomb, there was no way getting out of that one.
He's 4 levels up.
That's so silly. And of course, Pays is the support in this lane, but he is a level ahead of Execute right now. And Henna at least is up at the same point as now Closer having to get away. The Phosphorus Bomb is going to connect, though. There's the Buster Shot. Oh, the Requiem. And that is going to be enough. Canyon takes down the Tristana. Making it very, very difficult to make any sort of play. And we're talking about that 5v5 that we could potentially get
just
to.
Not
haven't seen it.
Gen G just deny it every time. They avoid Furex and...
Oh, okay, there's the flash forward. Canyon may be caught out of position here. Wind Becomes Lightning comes in. Chovy will turn up. Mega Inferno Bomb coming down, as well as now Canyon trying to get in position so he can die at the right spot. Chovy's going to go down as well, though. That is 2, but the Requiem coming in. Pays should be taken down as the Explosive Charge, not actually to come through. Finally, he does fall, and that's the double for Closer. And Furex, they're on the ball. He only had to sacrifice 1. This could be a Baron.
Now staying through, Raptor will tank it up here. Right? Don't stand on that, Henna!
Well, Henna is just going to get out of there. Clear is taking more damage than he'd otherwise like.
It's okay, they did.
Raptor's like, guys, like, I've got this, it's fine. Just leave me alone. And he is going to be able to get that walk away.
It's just not, it's not going to be enough. Yeah. And this is rough.
There's a max range hook that's going to connect here as Gen G. They are angry about losing that last fight, but they're going to lose that Twisted Fate immediately. Lehen's taking a lot of damage. He'll flash away, and now Closer turns up. You can see that DPS really starting to get up there, but oh dear. This should just be 2 kills, 1 kill. Never mind, Execute tanky enough to survive the Requiem there.
Doesn't work on the Malignance at least.
Did you see all of the gameplay that Furex were doing? And then Gen G, like, Canyon's just like, yeah, how about this gameplay? Presses the R button.
Yeah.
Gen G, I don't think they're going to be too worried. Wolf, like you were saying.
I think Gen G are still feeling pretty good about the game state. They have, obviously, the Soul Point. But this game is much closer, I think, than it looked like it was going to be as Execute finding Lehens.
Yeah, Magnustorm to come on through here as Closer rocket jumps forward just to close the distance, and Lehens just dead. No follow-up available.
Just let this go and not force here and say, we'll take Infernal Soul instead. But the timing is a bit awkward. They're going to just let this go for now, pushing mid to try to draw some Vurex members back. There's no wave here. Very awkward for Gen G. The Baron, it's gone, Atlas.
Yeah, and Destiny's popped. They know exactly what's going on, but there was no way for them to contest.
Requiem just for the poke?
Yeah, yes, I mean, is that poke? You almost killed Closer, okay. This is a Hail Mary. This is like, well, we know that we're never going to outscale, so we may as well try and find a pick and just win the game. And with a Baron, Tristana, and Ziggs, you're going to be able to do it. But Raptor, he is a little bit on his lonesome. Does have, of course, the Crescent Guard available, but my god, Infernal Soul, ladies and gentlemen, and a Corki with 3 items. And if they do get in here and manage to find something, it is going to be important. Good buffer to get Closer out of there, and Raptor taking so much damage. Oh my god! Even the Piercing Darkness is so scary as Raptor! Will he survive? He will! Okay, he's fine. He's fine. He had hysterics, so I don't know, Atlas. You need to just look at the items before you get excited.
He does not have Warmogs, though, so I don't know if he's going to live much longer.
Okay, there is a Destiny coming in, as Henna's going to have to flash away, but there is the depth charge. And Keen's on the flank angle. There is absolutely nowhere to run. Raptor tries to flash for him, but the gold card was in the air. And they start off the fight with a kill. The Magnustorm, it doesn't do anything. The Slicing Maelstrom doesn't either. But he is still able to take down Pace. Clear, just exploding. What was that damage? It was absolutely insane. And now Keen looking for a little bit more. Already the bottom lane is being wiped out, but Chovy comes in for the cleanup. And Closer is still alive, trying to get something done. He's under 4K right now, despite the fact that it feels like Gen G have had full control. And speaking of which, here is a Destiny in. Slicing Maelstrom is going to stun up Keen for the moment. He does have his Zhonya's at the ready as well, but I don't think he's going anywhere. Yeah, 4 members of Gen G probably going to be enough.
I mean, it goes quick, and then you go straight to Elder. You got Exodia, and we'll get our fancy little graphic for it because... I mean, there's just no stopping this.
There's no Destiny, there's no Requiem, and there's no Dawning Shadow. Gen G are not at full power right now, and this goes down so incredibly fast.
Clear has teleport as well.
Yeah, good satchel to try and get Lehens out of there, but he still manages to land the hook. It's a steal from Canyon! Really? You do that to them right now? That is so unfair. Now the Executes come in from this big old dragon. That is the very cool borders around the pictures for Gen G as well. And oh man, it was so close!
I mean, the thing too is the teleport from Clear, if it's faster, maybe he gets a huge Slicing Maelstrom, but it's too late. He's not there in time. Keen just Destiny's on top of him and kills him as well. There's no hope for B&K and Gen G. And so we're going home early tonight.
Yeah, they certainly are the 2-0 for the MSI champions, but in this game, B&K Vurex, they made them work for it. I actually think that they played very, very well to their win conditions in this composition. Just didn't quite work. And with the fact that they fell behind early, maybe we could have seen something different if the early game had gone better, but I think it was still a valiant effort. Still, Gen G will walk away with a 2-0 in today's match. I think that is more damage than time in the game. You know, like 44 versus 35. It's just a bit silly.